You all mentioned about the historian earlier.
Mhm.
Is that is that the same as the tier 2 historian?
Yeah, great question as well. And we've had a tier 2 historian capability now for quite some time. I want to say, over a dozen years. And what that is it allows you to push data typically from a kind of OT network, SCADA process control network layer to a second historian that might reside in a DMZ network or on the business network. And so that opens up the access to historian data to your engineers, to people that are on the business network that aren't operators, to do their reporting, to do their data analysis, whether it's for, optimization, for planning, for compliance reporting, continuous improvement. And so that tier 2 historian is still available and still widely used and very popular. And as folks are more and more hardening their SCADA systems and trying to protect them from a cybersecurity standpoint, but they still need to share this data with folks outside of the SCADA network. That tier 2 historian is a great way to do that, because it's a one-way push, right, from the SCADA historian through the firewalls that separate the SCADA network and the IT network. You can do a one-way push, so it's just outbound only, to get that data into a second historian. We call it tier 2, or we call it an advanced historian now. And then the other option we have for a tier 2 historian is called the PI system, or PI data infrastructure. And so that is another capability that we have if you're looking kind of from an enterprise level, for how do we manage data from not just SCADA, but from maybe a lab system, a LIM system, or a WIMS water system, or we've got data coming from other data sources that might be from our utility provider, right, from PG&E or SoCal Edison. You might want to bring in time of use rate schedules and costing data, how much it's costing you to run your operations. You might need to bring in some data from your maintenance system to look at, when was the last time this asset was maintained? Who's the manufacturer? What's the model number? When's the next scheduled service date? And you need to bring all these data sources together to have a single source of truth for reporting. So that's called the PI system. And so the PI system is also used as a tier 2 historian. And that's again where Flex, really can help reduce the cost to get into a PI system, to get into a tier 2 historian, because you don't have to purchase those things outright. You can just basically, maintain a support contract on those things and avoid the upfront perpetual costs. So I know there's still a lot of you know hesitation by some folks to look at subscription, but if it really does save you money in the long run and give you more capability, functionality, ability to grow, then it really does start to make sense. So yeah, the PI system and the tier 2 historian are both available in Flex, and are really great tools to share the data with the enterprise. And the PI system allows you to create these types of HMI screens as well, but they're read only. So you can create custom dashboards, KPI dashboards as well. Up on top of doing trending and reporting, you can also do real-time KPI dashboards, whether you want to look at production, performance, operational data, KPI information, continuous improvement type use cases. You can drag and drop and create these types of dashboard screens very easily in what's called PI Vision.